Hello everyone, welcome to my first ever YouTube playthrough. My name is CipherSpeaker and I have decided to incorporate a little bit more off-stream gameplay. For those of you who don't know, I am a PNG Twitch streamer. I've only been at this for about coming up on 2-ish months roughly, and I decided that off stream I'll probably do more things like this for my YouTube channel, and maybe start incorporating some highlights here and there from streams, and as well as a few other things. But I think for the time being, while I work on growing and developing my skills and learning more about all of this to get a better understanding of myself, how things work, in addition to what viewers might enjoy, is off stream. I think I will do more things like this, where I will play older games, so to speak. This is a slightly older game. It is from the early 2000s. It is called Darksiders. It is a very fun game. For those of you who don't know, it is a game that is about the Christian apocalypse. It takes place in modern day New York, I believe. Modern day America. I don't remember exactly specifically which state or city, but I believe it is modern day America nonetheless. So I quite like this game a lot. I've played through this game many times. What I would like to do is I'm going to record these into a bit more bite-sized chunks for viewers. So each part will be probably 30 to 45-ish minutes, just to make it a little bit more manageable for people who do not like to watch long videos that are like 45 minutes to an hour, hour and a half, so on and so forth. Just to try and keep it as bite-sized and manageable as possible. So anybody who likes longer stuff can just continue watching them. And if anybody who doesn't like to watch longer stuff and would prefer like this, 30, 45 minutes usually, then we'll do that, and that should be perfectly fine. But I have played this game before, both on console and a little bit on PC, more so on console. However, as you can see, the fact that it says continue, I have played on PC before. However, for the purposes of this recording and this series, I'm going to do it in art, and I'm just going to start a new game. It'll be a mixture of gameplay, like playthrough, in addition to gameplay walkthrough, as well as gameplay like collectible and trophy hunting, because there is certain items in the game that are pretty good to get and are worth getting. So as we kind of go through the game, I'm going to take everybody along for the journey with me, so that way anybody who is very familiar with the game can see somebody else play it if they would like to watch and might find it entertaining. And for anybody who has never played or seen this game before, might find some entertainment in it as well, watching it for the first time from my perspective and from my point of view, I guess you could say. I will do my best to not talk through cutscenes, as I want to enjoy them and I want everyone watching to enjoy them as well, because the cutscenes are very good. They are very well written, they are very well put together, and it is very much worth watching and ignoring as many distractions as possible. So that is why I'm going to do my best to keep my trap shut during those cutscenes, unless I have to say something that I feel is worth mentioning. If I have to, I will. If I don't have to, I'm going to keep my trap shut. But without further ado, let us get into it. And I will choose normal because I don't want people watching to be sticking around watching me die too often. So I'm going to play on normal. So we're going to go ahead and click normal, get started, and I will let everybody enjoy the first introductory cutscene to introduce us to the game. And then we'll get into it. So let's go.
Since the dawn of time, the armies of heaven and hell have waged an endless war. Drawn to the conflict was the Charred Council, an entity bound by ancient laws to preserve order and balance. It held that any great power, unchecked, threatened the very fabric of the universe. In time, heaven and hell came to honor the council and its laws, for none were beyond the swift and terrible justice of the council's enforcers, a fearsome brotherhood known as the Four Horsemen. Amid the turmoil, the first humans emerged. The council foretold that these weak but cunning creatures would someday be integral to the balance. Thus, a third kingdom was named, the Kingdom of Man. By order of the council, a truce was forged between heaven and hell. The great pact was bound by 7 seals to be broken at the appointed time, when man's kingdom stood ready for the end war. A battle that would bring balance and determine the ultimate fate of the 3 kingdoms.
Kind of reminds me of New York a little bit. Of course, they have to have a Wilhelm scream in here somewhere. I will say I do really like the designs of the demons and angels. I know that I've played this game before, but I just cannot get over how good the design and unique the designs are. Because I don't think I really have seen a lot of people take kind of the same artistic freedom with portraying demons, angels, whatever, quite like this. Or not quite to this sort of extent. And it is very interesting to see. Also the reason why I have my model kind of off to the left-hand side instead of on the right-hand side, because normally I keep on the right-hand side during streams. and inverted horizontally, so it's basically mirrored, is because the mini map is on the right there. Hang on. Right down in here, and when I had it set up before, my character was, or yeah, model was blocking the mini map over here, and I wanted to leave it up so that way it's still visible and it's not badly hidden behind my model. So I wanted to make it so that way everybody can see the mini map too, and it's not, I'm not covering it or anything. While it doesn't really matter, and that it should be fine, I'm probably going to keep it like this. If I feel differently by recording the next part, then maybe I'll move it back over to the other side and just leave it there. I'm considering it at the moment already, but for the time being, I'm just going to leave it as is and then make a decision later. The nice thing about being in this form is you basically take like no damage. I don't think you take any damage. So yeah, for the first part, I'm just gonna leave it at like.
What is happening?
There goes my chaos form. And like 2 or 3 health cores, unfortunately. But yeah, for the first part, I'm just gonna get through like the introductory part of this. So like this first area for part 1, whether it takes 30 minutes or not, that's gonna be my game plan for this part. And just try and keep it at like 30, 45-minute chunks. For this first section, I think 30 minutes should be sufficient. One thing I might do actually real quick is I think I'll change or decrease the game capture audio just a little bit. Because it seems like it's spiking kind of high. Like it's kind of loud in my ears, but at the same time, I don't want it to be too overwhelming for everybody watching. So it's like, oh, I can kind of hear him and I can kind of hear the game, but both are like kind of almost like talking over each other almost. And it might be. If it is, I'll make adjustments when I'm reviewing later. Even though I kind of dislike that because I have to listen to my own voice, and I absolutely dislike listening to my own voice. Even while talking like this, I'm not a huge fan because I'm not somebody who talks a lot. I think more than I talk. Mainly just because, like, I think it's been more of like a conditionary kind of thing, or a conditioned kind of thing. Not like I grew up basically being told, be quiet, no one wants to hear you talk, anything like that. I think it's just more of a self-taught thing because everybody, for me anyways, growing up, I was the quietest person in the family, so it was easy for me to kind of just get drowned out. So I basically was just like, you know what, I'm just gonna not speak until spoken to, essentially. So this has been an experience for me also, actually being able to talk, which is a good thing, because I arguably need to talk more anyways. Not to get personal or anything during this, just a little tidbit that kind of felt worth mentioning to some degree. Oh yeah. There we go. There isn't really anything to collect during the introductory area, or prologue, I guess you could call it, of the game. It is essentially just this, like, make it through. And there goes a helicopter. Okay, bye. But yeah, I am going to get through this area because I figured this would be the best part one, since it's shorter and it sets the stage pretty nicely. There we go. And also, it sets things up nicely just to kind of give a good idea of what to expect going forward, and then just continue from there. Too far away. And that is one of the downsides of this prologue section is there isn't health to collect until later, but I know who this is. This character that we're about to see, or that, yeah, this character, and anybody who doesn't know, that skull means boss fight. So this is gonna be fun. But this character actually has a pretty interesting and unique design, which I actually quite like. It's pretty simple, but also still very well detailed. I don't mean simple like, oh, it's just basic or whatever. It's like, it's not overly involved. Like I said, I should probably shut up during this cutscene because this is also a good one. It's not overly involved, but it is very unique and cool to look at. Now let the cutscene finish.
Impossible. Abaddon. What is this? Where are my brothers? This cannot be. The final seal.
My lord!
How did this happen? The seventh seal was not broken!
Abaddon! What in heaven's name have you done?
I answer the call.
Sometimes if I'm quick, I can pick it up again and throw it before he has a chance to do anything, so I can get like 2 good hits in before he can launch any kind of attack. So the best thing to do is when he's doing this, jump. So wait, and then jump. because that actually does a good deal of damage if left. But if possible, it is definitely good to try and get him to, if you're, well, not get him to, if you're quick, it is good to throw the car at him twice. If you don't do what I just did and kind of botched that already. Throw it, and I lost the car, so nothing to lose. And the car broke. Yeah, I didn't time that well, so I kind of screwed that up a bit, but yeah, whenever he does like those kinds of attacks, you want to dodge to the sides, because trying to dodge forward or backward, it's not like an Elden Ring where you can kind of miss it. If you get hit, you get hit, and then that's not good. There we go. And yeah, when he falls like that, it does cause a bit of damage, or when he drops down like that. So you do need to be careful. But when he does grab, you do want to jump, because that also could potentially do some damage. Okay, wait, and then jump. Yeah, like, he doesn't have like overly complicated like this. He doesn't have an overly complicated design. Like, it's not like, oh, he's got all these runes engraved on his armor or anything like that. It's literally just pretty smooth and straightforward for the most part. Damn it, I'm not paying close enough attention. I screwed that up. Like I said, I'm a little bit better coordinated on controller than mouse and keyboard, so this is going to be a little bit of a learning curve to some degree. But it'll be okay, because I'm going to throw cars. Throw this car at him. I don't know why I did that. There we go. How's your eye? Oops, that's not good. I must now... I would say try and run away, but I can't really do that.
Has been broken. And so have you, horseman.
Don't worry, we're not dead yet.
The law is clear. When the seventh seal is broken, 4 horsemen shall ride forth to punish the wicked. Be they sons of men, lords of heaven, or the dregs of hell. All upon the earth will be judged, and the pact forged anew. You forget your post, horseman. You forget the law. No call was given, yet the destroyer marched, and there you were found, under his black banner, if the claims are true. To hell with your claims. The seals were broken. I was summoned. Then where are the other horsemen? Were they not summoned as well? The 7 seals are hidden, as they have been since the pact was forged eons ago. All of them intact. There was no call. You aided the Dark Ones, broke a sacred covenant that has doomed mankind, and threatened the balance. Do you deny it? When I rode, heaven and hell were already at war. Abaddon was there. He knew something. Abaddon fell, fighting off the chaos you unleashed. I fought powerless against the demons, and still you accuse me? Your defeat proves nothing. Likely the Destroyer cast you aside when he was finished with you. You have defiled the law, horseman. You will be punished. I serve only the Council. Only the balance. As the horsemen always have.
Send me back. I will punish the ones responsible.
How? What hope do you have against the Destroyer's armies? You are powerless.
Then I will fail, and the demons will have carried out your sentence.
Very well. You will return to the Earth, but you will be watched. Come forth. The Watcher is bound to you. It will ensure your loyalty.
Remember that, or I will really get under your skin.
Anybody who might be curious, that is Mark Hamill.
Rise, war, and arm yourself.
Yep, that is Mark Hamill who is voicing the Watcher. I love the voice.
The angry blade thirsts for destruction.
Chaos Eater. War's legendary braid. Not only does he have a legendary blade, but he's also got a legendary braid. His hairstyle is immaculate. War's legendary blade also stripped of its former strength and power. Chaos Geyser. Harnessing the power of the Chaos Eater, this attack summons a field of deadly blades around War. I'm gonna upgrade this one to full because that is a very good skill to have, honestly. It is very powerful. Okay, so it's already assigned to there, so that'll be found.
The souls of the dead will be your currency. Some enemies are more easily bought than killed.
We're about to meet one such demon. Or enemy? I don't know what you'd call him, actually. An interested third party. Souls manifest in 3 forms. Blue, purple, or I guess purple, more so. They look blue, but this is kind of, the text is more purple. Anyway, blue souls is currency, green souls is health, and yellow souls is wrath.
Seek the demon Volgrim. Few can afford his services, but perhaps you can strike a bargain.
The Council confers with demons now, does it?
Since the truce was broken, some demons have fallen from the Destroyer's favor. Volgrim is one such outcast. He has long sought an audience with us.
How long have I been here?
Longer than you think. I do like how basically traveling to Earth, you travel as like a falling meteor. I think that is a really cool little method of travel.
Looks like our trajectory was a little off. Not so fast, horseman. Let's lay down a few ground rules. Until this is over, you're a dog on a leash. I say bark, you bark. And if I have to kick you, you'd better not bare your teeth. Understand? Or should I teach you to play dead? Good boy.
I think that's probably a good stopping point for part 1. Data, save. There we go. Just so that way I've got a good spot there. But I think that's a good stopping point for part 1, so I'm going to leave it off here, and I will see you guys in part 2.